Hey guys, so Jill's here drinking a bunch of juice, eating a bunch of candy because she had bolused for an intro that she was going to drink. She took insulin about 15 minutes before the intro because usually it sends her really high. And just got an urgent message from her CGM. As you can see, it says 54 with double arrows down, which means her sugar's really dropping really quick.
I feel pretty shitty right now. I feel like I'm gonna go right to sleep.
2 of those so far she had, and she had maybe, what, 3-4 candies?
Yeah. So hopefully I don't pass out.
Yeah, hopefully not. Have glucagon ready to go here, as you guys can see. I don't know if everybody knows what it looks like, but I'll show you. So this is what the glucagon looks like. It's I guess saline in there, or whatever fluid it is. You inject it into the little bottle. There's a powder in there. Then you mix it up, and then you withdraw it and stick it anywhere on her body, really. And then she goes on her side just in case she throws up or something.
I'm gonna retest just to see if my CGM's quite up.
Yeah, I think it's gonna go to like 40 something, maybe, possibly 35. We'll see.
That's a danger zone. That's like real hypoglycemia.
Yep, but I think we caught it in time though. Let's see what it is. 53. Okay, so maybe she's stabilizing now.
I could survive in the 50s.
I think she's stabilizing because you were what, 50, what, 6, 54, something like that?
Yeah, a little bit higher.
So
like very oozy, like I could just fall asleep, but I have to keep
myself up right now. You
said you were
having some trouble seeing, so maybe that's why also.
Yeah, I feel like I was typing a message before and I was just like,
did it suspend? It should have. Okay.
Yeah, it's suspended. It asks you if you want to resume it, but no, I don't need any extra insulin right now.
Yeah. Excuse me. That's my pillow. Thank you.
He's making room for me to lay down. I feel just like, but it'll take some time. It could take like 20 minutes or even longer, so just gonna keep my eyes open and try and stay alert. Hi guys. So I made it without passing out. I had some juice and stuff before and some candy. And, you know, I always say this when, especially when I was younger, my sugar used to drop like a ton after any type of exercise and really quick. And sometimes it was hard to keep up with. And so I used to just drink juice when I was low, you know. And then I learned to start having some candy because you can only drink so much and you feel like you're gonna throw up. And then from your sugar drop, then you get nauseous and you're just like, oh, I can't fit anymore. So I decided to add in some sugary candy along with the juice, and that kind of helps. And now I'm showing that I'm stabilizing around 100 right now, which is perfect. I didn't even feel the 50 too much. I felt a little tired, like I wanted to go back to sleep, and my eyes were feeling a little funny. But my eyes usually feel funny when I get up. I have a hard time seeing and stuff. So that wasn't like something that I thought was out of the norm, you know, at least for lately. But thank God for this Dexcom CGM. I've had it like 3 years now, and it is beyond amazing. It helps alert you and everything and keep you more or less in range if you take your insulin properly and treat the lows and everything. So yeah, it's amazing. But yesterday I got my A1C back, hemoglobin A1C, which is an average of your sugar for 3 months, and so it was a 5.5. I have, oh my gosh, I have never seen a 5.5 in my life. I never thought I'd see a 5.5. The lowest I usually have ever been in my life was a 7, and then the highest was a 12. And just to give you guys an idea, an A1C of a 12 is averaging around like 400 around the clock for 3 months straight. That is just, it's ridiculous. It's just crazy to even think that I was in that spot. And I wasn't educated enough. I was petrified of going low ever since I was in 7th grade, and I pretty much passed out. And a friend of mine luckily caught me. She was sitting behind me, and she was very knowledgeable in diabetes. Her brother was a type 1 diabetic, and so she had so much experience. and she ran to get my nurse, the school nurse and everything, and they took care of it. And luckily, I didn't have to go in an ambulance or even get the glucagon emergency kit injection, because they kept squeezing juice into my mouth and rubbing sugar, you know, to get me alert. And thank God that worked. So ever since then that happened, I have always been kind of petrified, like I had anxiety of going low. So I'd make sure that I was high all the time because I felt well at that number. And in reality, I damaged my kidneys over time. I wish I would have found a different endocrinologist that did things differently. My endocrinologist kind of did really large adjustments, and therefore I was either dropping low or going too high. There was no in between of getting me down from the highs little by little without making me crash. And so I didn't have that confidence in taking insulin. But since I switched about 5 years ago, a little over 5 years, to the Naomi Berry Center, which is Columbia's, where my all my doctors are, their diabetes center. And so they really taught me how to not be afraid of insulin. Insulin's my friend now. And even though that it can cause these lows, it also prevents me from being way too high and out of range. If I got my numbers this way sooner, I probably wouldn't be in kidney failure right now and needing a transplant. But listen, everything happens for a reason, and that's the way things are. But anyway, so to give you guys an idea, I told you when you're at 12, it's like a 400 around the clock of your blood glucose. And then when I got to a 9, it was still like 250 around the clock. Then a 7, which wasn't too bad. That was like averaging 150, 160 around the clock. And now being a 5.5 is about an average of 118, 120 around the clock. So that is pretty amazing. I'm almost out of like a diabetic range, but still there's some work to do because I'm not stable at that number. That's what I'm averaging. I'm still having some highs and I'm still having lows, and then it averages to around 120, 130 about there. But, you know, we're doing our best. And due to the kidney failure, the insulin kind of lasts longer, so that's also helping me get a better A1C. But as it lasts longer, it's harder to figure out exactly what you need. And each day I'm just adjusting daily. I have set, you know, a certain amount of settings in my pump that are set to certain times and certain insulin. But I'm literally manually adjusting every day as needed to what I need. So that's what's happening. I'm going to start my therapy, start some albuterol inhalation, and then we'll see. We finally made it out. We handled all my blood glucose, sugar, low, and this and that. And it is beautiful today. Even though I'm in a jacket, it feels like spring. It's so nice. Mr. Nature's enjoying the tree over here. See the tree that had fallen. He's loving it. Just sniffing around and playing in the grass. And he's with his daddy. We just watched our neighbors. Their daughter turned 5, so there was a whole parade of cars that came through, and they had Ariel. It was really cool. Nice to see how happy the kids were. But we're just enjoying a walk, and we're gonna have some lunch. The sun, guys, it feels amazing. Yes. My I got some levels back for my blood work yesterday. My vitamin D level is pretty high, so getting some more vitamin D with the sun. But we have to lower my intake of actual vitamin D that I receive.
Like vitamin D from the sun,
it's different, yeah.
Yeah.
And then my phosphorus level came back high.
That'll probably be enough for you. You know?
Yeah, so we're just trying to avoid phosphorus-rich foods and try and keep that at a minimum. So anyway, and it's also increased because of my kidney failure. And yeah, that's really all we can do. We're just doing our best and enjoying the day. Lunchtime. I told you we're having some nice chicken burgers with sun-dried tomatoes in them.
Oh, yeah.
With some salad and some corn. And this is our carb, the bun. Delicious. The bite. Delicious with a little ketchup. OMG. The best.
Ding 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 ding.
Get Jack, get Daddy.
Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding. Hey guys, so we are heading to bed. Jill's all wrapped up in her blanket. She's dozing off, and little man over there is on the couch. He was hanging out with us just now in the bed, but yeah, we put him on the couch sometimes because he doesn't really give us much space in the bed. So, but he'll be back. He usually makes his way sometime within the night. We'll find him in bed, so, and that's fine. We leave him there, but for now, he's gonna snuggle up over there. So we're gonna say goodnight. We'll see you guys tomorrow, and hope everything's going well with everyone. And good night. Good night, guys. Just wanted to say have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.